All right, you guys, it's time to have the conversation. Let's pull up a chair. Let's get some popcorn. And we're going to be the GM. You know, I like to do this thing on Raw Detroit where we talk about being the GM. Today, you get to be the GM, guys. You get to be the GM in the comment section. Make a claim and a statement on why you're going to take Kayvon Thibodeaux number one. Why is he the consensus number one pick for the Detroit Lions? Is there any other player? And it doesn't have to be a quarterback, but it could be a guy such as Aiden Hutchinson. It could be a guy such as Kyle Hamilton. There's other guys out there that could possibly be number one. But why is Kayvon Thibodeaux your number one selection? And why should the Detroit Lions take Kayvon Thibodeaux number one in the 2022 NFL draft class? Now, I've looked at a lot of players and I've watched a lot of players come out of college football. When I look at Kayvon Thibodeaux, I look at a guy that has red flag written on him. And even though I have Kayvon Thibodeaux on my big board, and yes, he is one of the guys I would definitely take. The talent is there. That's not a question. Kayvon Thibodeaux is definitely a very, very talented individual. But at the same time, I have to be real with myself and I have to look at every player because it's an evaluation. We don't just go off what the media says over here. The media tells everybody to do this and do that and makes the claim that there's no quarterbacks, there's this and there's that Kayvon Thibodeaux is the number one guy. When I pull up Kayvon Thibodeaux's stats so far on the season, this is what you're looking at right here, guys. 2021 stats for Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now, granted, he has missed a few games in his career. He has missed a few games due to injury. Now, that's a red flag. And for now on, guys, I'm going to call these guys red flags. Anytime you are not playing a lot of the games, and I understand you will get hurt from time to time, you know, but if you're hurt a lot, then we have to question that and we have to put the red tag on you. So we're going to have to make you a red tag player. Now with one, Mr. Kayvon Thibodeaux, definitely the talent is there. We got him on our big board. We also like Kyle Hamilton as well. We know that safety is one of our biggest needs on the team. If not the biggest need, we need a safety. So taking Kyle Hamilton number one should not be offensive to anyone because definitely he is definitely a dog, and the Detroit Lions need a guy like him at 6'4", 220 pounds to be an enforcer. But this right here is about Kayvon Thibodeaux, and we're going to play Let's Be GM. Now, I got an opportunity to look at Sue when the Detroit Lions picked Sue up. And when they drafted him in the first round, and he was, I believe, the second pick overall. And Sue showed you why you should take him that high. Sue had 85. We're talking about a guy that played on the line, mainly defensive tackle, or sometimes he played in as well. But Sue was effective on the line. He was number one, effective by stopping the run. And he was also able to get out to the quarterback too. And it's not too many interior linemen that can get out to the quarterback like that. But Sue was one of those type of players where he could do that. And he made an immediate impact when he came to the Detroit Lions. What impact will Kayvon Thibodeaux have on the Detroit Lions? And that's what we got to look at. When you're looking at his stats right here, look at the stats, guys. This is what you're looking at right now. So why is Kayvon Thibodeaux the guy that we have to take number one? Is he number one because the media is saying that he's the consensus number one pick overall? Is the talent there? Yes, the talent is there. We know that. We see that. Brad Holmes had an opportunity to go and check him out. I don't know how many other players that the Lions have been checking out. I'm sure they've been doing their homework. They do have a scout team where they go out and scout players. Haven't heard too much about the quarterback, even though we know that the quarterback play with the Detroit Lions is very, very pitiful right now. The Lions do need a quarterback, and that's the facts. Tim Boyle and David Blah are on one-year deals, and they'll be free agents, I believe, at the end of the season. But Jared Goff will still be a part of this team. So you have to eventually get a quarterback. Now, I'm not saying in this video, guys, that you need to take a quarterback number one overall. But what I'm saying is clearly that you do need to pick up a quarterback this season. Whether or not, you know, what guy you decide to go after. To me, I think that the Lions need a dual threat quarterback. To you, they may need a pocket passer like a Carson Strong or something like that, or Kenny Pickett, he has a little bit more. He's a little bit more mobile than what Carson Strong is. But the case is, why are you making Kayvon Thibodeaux the number one pick? When I look at Kayvon Thibodeaux, I don't see a player that is dominating in college football. When Chase Young came out and he was one of the top picks, he was dominating. 16 and a half sacks. When Nick Bosa came out, he was balling. He got 16 sacks in his collegiate career. But when I see Kayvon Thibodeaux and I see the numbers, yeah, he was, All-American and all freshman, all that type of stuff. Okay, cool. But at the same time, why am I taking Kayvon Thibodeaux number one? Am I taking him number one just because everybody is saying that I need to take him number one, or because everybody think that this is the right selection? I know many of you want Kayvon Thibodeaux, so I'm not going to knock those that want Kayvon Thibodeaux because I would take him. But will Kayvon Thibodeaux have an impact on the Detroit Lions? That's what you have to ask yourself. Will he be effective in his first season? And I'm not talking about looking like Trey Flowers out there. The Detroit Lions are paying Trey Flowers all of this money, and Trey Flowers looks horrible out there. He has not been the player, the type of money that he's pretty much robbing the Lions, bro. And let's just be real, guys. He's robbing the Detroit Lions. I don't want Kayvon Thibodeaux being Trey Flowers 2.0. I just don't want that. Now, I know that Kayvon Thibodeaux is talented, and I got nothing against him because I do like him as a player, and I would take him overall number one. But we gotta bring this to the table, family. We gotta talk about it. Is there any other players that you see out there that could be a number one? Okay, you say, well, no, we can't take Kyle Hamilton number one because safeties are normally not taking number one overall. Well, if you believe in that player and you feel like that player is going to be a transcendent player, or that player is going to be and have an immediate impact, because normally when you're drafting in the first round, you're taking guys that's going to be plug and play guys, and that they'll be able to play right away, or they'll be playing soon. So what are you doing when it comes to making sure, if you're the Detroit Lions, to go out and get the best player? Now, everybody says that he's the best, Kayvon Thibodeaux, but right now he's not even leading in college football. He's not even dominating. A guy by the name of Andre Carter on Army is leading the nation in sacks with 13 and a half, I believe. And then Will Anderson, that plays linebacker for the Alabama Crimson Tide, is second with 13. When you look at Kayvon Thibodeaux's stats, I don't see a dominating player. Let's be real, guys. When we draft a pass rusher, we want that guy to be the next Myles Garrett, the next Nick Bosa, the next Chandler Jones, somebody that's going to be effective, somebody that's going to make plays out there. That's what we're looking for. Is he like a Pierre Paul type of guy? Can he go out there and ball? And the question is, yes, he can ball, but will he be the player that be able to help this Detroit Lions defense? Will he be the guy that everyone else clamors to because they know that he's a dominant player and that he has the it factor? That's what we got to ask ourselves, because we got these players on the big board, and Kayvon Thibodeaux is one of the guys that we're looking at, and we're just asking ourselves these questions. Why do we want to make Kayvon Thibodeaux the number one pick overall? So in the comment section, guys, state your claim on why you want to make Kayvon Thibodeaux the consensus number one pick overall. Is it the talent? Is it that he's the most dominant player in college football? Because you also could take Aiden Hutchinson as well. Aiden Hutchinson is pretty good. He has a high motor. Do you think that Kayvon Thibodeaux works hard on every play? Does he give up? Does he have the drive and the it factor that you need to be a top-rated elite defensive pass rusher in the NFL? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself, because if you're taking Kayvon Thibodeaux number one, you have to make an argument for why you're taking this guy number one overall. So state your claim in the comment section on why you would take Kayvon Thibodeaux as the number one consensus overall pick if you're drafting number one for the Detroit Lions. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Till next time, peace.